Guys, welcome back, part 5. Today we're grinding the bevels on the El Chapo. But I'll tell you now up front, I'm not going to film the entire process. The reason being is because this kind of grind is one of the trickier grinds, especially freehand. So I'm going to scribe it, clean up the flats, break the 90s, and then a certain amount of grinding before I'll have to switch the camera off and just get in the zone. No distractions, 0 distractions literally. So if any of you was hoping for a tutorial on grinding, you can skip back some videos on my feed, my YouTube feed. I have 2 or 3 tutorials on how to grind and how to straighten out any mistakes you might make. Some handy info. So there are tutorials on freehand grinding that I've done previously, and a lot less grey when that was happening as well, so check them out. So like I say, I'll take you along for part of the process, and then I'm going to have to switch off the camera, get in the zone 100%, and finish the rest that way, and then I'll come back and we'll see where we're at. Okay, so let's do this. All right. You can see we're getting pretty close to form now. Get a good idea how we're going to look. And if I focus in a little bit, yeah, you can just see these little bands of nickel coming through there. This should look pretty sweet when it's done. So that's as far as I can take you on this journey. I'm going to switch the camera off, and I'm going to concentrate on getting all this prettied up now. I just need to, like I say, just need to get in that zone and get everything looking pretty. And then when I've done that, you can come back with me and we'll have a cheeky dip. So I'm going to bring these plunges all the way back to here, so the actual edge starts here, and then take this up through the grits, get this looking spanking, and yeah, once I've done that, we'll check it out together, yeah? Alright, see you in a bit. Alright guys, so a little over 6 hours later, and we're good, we're good. You can see now why I had to shut the camera off. Alright, didn't want to do it. I know you guys like seeing this kind of thing, but this is what we're looking at. You can see the nickel in there now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a nice little wipe off with acetone. Again, I'd already done it. I just put my fingers all over it. And I'm going to take you along for a cheeky little dip. Now, I haven't shown this on my Instagram. This is just a little thank you from me to you for you taking the time to watch my vids. You get a first peek. So I'm going to swap the camera around, take you with me. Want to come along? Of course do. Right. So just get this happening. Fingers in the way, all that good stuff. God damn, this is awkward. Right, here's the dirty bit. Here we go. Now this will be getting hand rubbed and a much darker etch than what you're about to see now. But oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Look at that. That is fucking stunning. Right. I'm going to neutralise this good and proper now, get some bicarb on it, and then I'm going to tape it up, and we'll go back into the machine shop and look at the next step. Okay guys, so here we are with the blades. So let's just test fit up quickly. Looking good so far. Next step is to tape this up, just to protect the blade, and then we're going to start work on the handle, which is obviously what we got here. Now I've already glued the epoxy, the black liner, or the center strip if you like, and that's what we're going to work from. This is our front, and this is the rear. So obviously that is going to sit in there like that. So what we're going to do first is we're going to cut this down to size, just by using the template. I mean, obviously it's, it's a perfect visual representation of what we're eventually going to want. So if I cut that down to there and leave, as always, a little bit of extra. Now, what I've got to do is I've got to cut this down, then I've also got to face it so it is as flat as the face is here. So I could either take that to the bandsaw and then use an end mill just to face it off. I could just drop the end mill straight in there. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Down now, a little bit closer to size, only a couple of mil to play with. Now, this end that I've just milled off is cleaner than this end here, so I'm going to swap this round. And use it that way, and then I'll clean this end up as I go. So the next step here is to mark the center line on the scales and the bolster, because we'll be drilling the locator pinholes next. Okay, so that's looking good. Everything's flush, everything's tight. Super duper. Mark all this off on my little checklist. Always got to have a checklist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okie dokie. So all we've got left to do now is mark the tang and mill the tang holes, and then we'll be able to get some kind of fit up as to what's going on here. So let's do that, shall we? Right, okay. We're ready to mill these. Now obviously we've got the liner on one side. That's already epoxied, that's not going anywhere. So we've got to take that into account. That's 2.3mm thick. The tang hole is 4mm. So I've got to take down 2.3 of that, and then by my estimations, or by my workings out, 0.85 from either side as soon as we start touching the micarta. So let's get this set up. Clean these up. It's looking kind of grungy, and this is what we've got. That's the first fit up there. Let's check everything with the pins in. Let's see what we got. Now, obviously, got to be very careful here because I don't want these scales to split at all. So I should keep them where I want them for now. Moment of truth. You see that? There we go. So that's step done. Exactly the right amount of meat, probably I don't know, 1/10 of a mil left on the outside, so I can clean up these scales nicely. So the next step will be working on the handle, obviously. So I think that'll do for now. I have no idea how long this video is going to be, but either way, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for coming along, and I will see you all in the next vid. So.